Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. I'm wanting to network with some of the university counseling centers in my area because this is the first place many of my ideal clients, 20-ish-year-old clients with eating disorders, would seek help. What is your recommendation for best practices on how to network there? So first, I'd like to thank Therapy Notes. They are the #1 rated electronic health record system available today with live telephone support 7 days a week. It's clear why Therapy Notes is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot and has a 5-star rating on Google. Therapy Notes makes billing, scheduling, note-taking, and telehealth incredibly easy. And all you prescribers out there, they also have ePrescribe. If you're coming from another EHR, Therapy Notes makes the transition incredibly easy, importing your demographic data free of charge so you can get going right away. Find out what more than 100,000 mental health professionals already know. Use Therapy Notes or use promo code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com for 2 free months. Okay, so I definitely have your answer here. I worked at a university counseling center for 5 years. And there are some major differences between university counseling centers. Some have 2 therapists, others have 30. So depending on the size of the campus, there may be different resources, different job descriptions, et cetera. So if it's a large university, there may be a person on staff whose job is case manager or community liaison, or something in that vein. This is a great point person. It's a big part of their job to help connect students with outside referrals. Getting to know the way that the University Counseling Center's system works is also going to be of benefit. So for instance, during my time at a University Counseling Center, we had session limits. It started at 12 session limits when I started the job, but by the time I left the job, it was 10 sessions was the limit. We could petition for more. And as the eating disorder team leader, I was constantly petitioning for more sessions because eating disorders aren't typically resolved in a couple months. But my team and I were responsible for taking on the same number of clients every week as all of our other colleagues who were working with shorter term clients. So you could see how this created like a bottleneck and how those of us who worked with eating disorders and other longer term issues needed people to refer to. Maybe you work with a shorter term issue or you use a short term model. Don't worry, you can still get really valuable resources from the counseling center. So over the course of my time there, which ended in 2011, so it was a while, therapy was becoming less stigmatized. Clients were showing up in droves. 12 years later, and I'm guessing that's even more demand. So there were several years when I was there that we were on a very long wait list by the end of September. So I'm talking like it's September 26th, and the person I just saw for an intake is on a 6-month waiting list, right? Oof. Those with less risk were added to the very back of the line. We triaged it. We all hated it, knowing that the things that these people in the back of the line were coming in for had the potential to get much worse for them, or they may resolve that issue by the time they get a phone call from us telling them they can come in, and they would probably have a negative view towards therapy since they never got in the door. We would much rather refer them to somebody that we trusted in the community. Getting your foot in the door may mean reaching out to the case manager and asking about the process to get on the referral list. We used that list multiple times a day. There were a lot of us, and we were always referring out. It may mean attending a professional's open house. We held these at my old workplace, and I felt so much more confident referring students to people I had chatted with. It might mean grabbing lunch with a staff member who shares your niche. I got tons of referrals after doing this when I moved to Seattle and networked with the local college counseling center eating disorder therapists. It might mean providing a training if your niche isn't represented among the staff members. That's a key way I got in with our local university here in Asheville when I first moved here. I talked to them about eating disorders. I became their go-to referral because I demonstrated my expertise. It almost never includes mailing them cards and a generic letter of introduction. I know that feels safest, but I'm sorry, it pretty much never works. So it is going to take some effort on your part to get in the door, but it's an effort that can pay off in dividends. I hope that helps. If you love working with college-age students, I strongly recommend that you connect with these local university counseling centers. It is a win-win-win for everyone involved. I know that there are other university counseling folks here with different experiences please feel free to share in the comments if you're in a university setting right now and you need people to refer to and you want to tell people how to do that easier to become a referral source. This week's free worksheet is 5 ways to get referrals from college counseling centers. Download that for free in the link in my bio, and I'll talk to you later.